My favorite thing about trees are the leaves. Come do that with me. Welcome back to Class Culture. Look, my vacation has started, and I hope you are enjoying your summer 2025 in July. It's only the beginning of summer. I still consider August and September summer, and then autumn, fall, whatever you want to call it, starts in October for me, even though the dates kind of overlap. But I hope you're enjoying yourself. I should be on vacation by the time I put this video up, and all the videos for July 2025. So thank you so much for enjoying them. My evergreen content is super fun, and I'm glad YouTube puts it out there. No negativity, no anger, no lies, no conflict, no chaos. Just me, Deirdre. See, I think people got it mixed up. Some people come on here to entertain you. I come on here to socialize, two different things. I'm not on stage. I built the stage. I designed it. Production. I don't need to be the entertainer to be entertaining. Okay, so today is Tree Day. Now, everything we talked about in this month and months to come, because that's my goal, is to cover every month and talk about one thing, even though there's more than one thing to celebrate. And I think I'm going to put on this playlist the link after this month is done regarding where I get this information from. If you haven't figured it out already, because you are a heart of gold. We're smart over here. We're employed. We have brains. We have degrees. We have benefits. We're retirees. We're golden. We're boomers. And we're loving life. Okay. That was a lot. But yeah, trees are everything for the environment. I can love every part of the tree, but my favorite part is the leaf. It really is. And the wood. Okay. My dad loved to work with wood. And I asked my mom, I'm like, well, what did he do with it? He says, no, basically he did the paneling in the house and repairs. He didn't really make things. I said, really? She says, no, he really didn't get the chance to start doing that. He started it. And guess what? Gigi Darling is going to include that on her art and craft therapy channel. I remember when I was graduating film school, and one of my, I would say, colleagues, his girlfriend would always help us on our film sets as students, and I came to know her. And then she was going to an art school other than the school we were attending in Las Vegas. And I asked her, what were you going to do to help him with his, because at the end of graduating, you had to set up a table and present yourself, right? As a new filmmaker. And she says, I have some plans to give away things to, we had to have giveaways. And she made these cute little wooden trinkets. And she created a design for each representing his logo and his brand. And she burned them on the small wooden, like, log slices. I just thought that was brilliant, because he would always go out in nature and his images were about nature. He was more, filmmakers come in all types of genres. You can go out in nature, you can film streams, and you can be a storm chaser, you can work for Nat Geo, or you can go to, Hollywood and film shows off of a script, or you can do documentaries, you know, what have you. You can be a producer of a documentary with just, you know, B-roll and a voiceover. It's everything in a nutshell, you know? And I remember that, and I was so intrigued. And she was a graphic artist. And I said, that was so cool. So now that I'm in this stage, I'm thinking, okay, what do I want for merch? Everybody has a cup. Everybody got a t-shirt. Everybody got when I say cup, I mean mug. Everyone has, I saw some people have stickers, some people have water bottles. Wh- wh- I want something different. Caps, hats. Some people do scarves. Some people do bonnets. I want something nature. So I'm just going to leave that there. But yeah, that's going to be in my merch with my logo on it. Now, I do love trees out in nature. Hug a tree, go stand next to it, go stand under it, breathe the oxygen that the trees help make for us to live, humans to live on planet Earth. Okay. Plant a tree if you have a backyard. Bonsai it in a pot. Okay, if you live in an apartment, just enjoy nature, give back, acknowledge it, take care of it. Don't litter. Okay. Now, the one thing I hate is going inside a city space or a town space or even a country space where there's not a park or a part or in somewhere in that district where they haven't maintained nature. That's why parks are important. That's why preserves are important. That's why, like, we have the Golden Gate Park here is important. That's why, um, you know, a lot of cities, we have a flower show every Sunday in San Francisco. That's why we have florists. We need to bring more florists. That's one thing. I've been meaning to go to a city meeting just to say what I want to say, because I used to do that a lot. And they would recognize what your concerns were as a citizen and go, you know what? You're right. We need our florists to come back. We need vendors to come back. I can see some of the street vendors. And we need trees. I don't care if it's in a pot. And I know we're like 7 months away from, shout out to the future and beyond whenever you watch this, from Super Bowl, but we need that element. Trees lining streets. When I was growing up, I loved the tree outside my window. I loved that tree. And it stayed there as long as I grew up, and then I moved away and would go back and visit periodically. But it had been gone, but it broke my heart that I had to cut it down because it died. But I love that tree. I love that tree. I love trees when I'm driving down the street. I remember one time I was on a carpool. I remember when I first became a single mom. You know, their dad had moved away to, I think it was Korea, was his first base after we had divorced. And I was like, I need to be somewhere where there's nature so I can look out the window and feel good about being on planet Earth. Because there's a lot of things going on the human side, you know, when you're younger, and the emotions and life and lessons and learning and things aren't what they're supposed to be, because some people don't want to do right, and you just got to teach them by letting them go. Okay. They still be regretting it. Okay, to this day, but I'm just saying, whatever, I wasn't gonna be punked. I think that's why I look youthful. I think that's the trick. Yeah, not letting any bad energy suck you, drain you, emotional you. Is that a new phrase? Yeah, no, that's too much work. I just want to relax and enjoy life. And right now on vacation, um, which I'm recording prior to for vacation, you don't even know. I'm preparing for it. While I record this, am burning a 3-wick candle, and it is amazing. It's beautiful. It's bringing me peace and meditative vibes. And that's what we're talking about. Before you work on a big project, hearts, prepare ahead of time. Get your body right, get your mind right. Love a tree, go out, plant a tree, feed a tree, water a tree, buy a tree, gift a tree, hug a tree. Think about trees, whatever, learn trees. Okay. But just know all of that is for your betterment, for your enjoyment. So I was a single mom driving to work. And at the job I was at, they started having a carpool. And I had learned, oh, you can earn a little extra money from the people in your car. And I love to drive. So I volunteered. I only took 4 people because people are weird. If you're not there, you got to go. Somebody tried to do that to me once, but I beat them to the punch. But anyway, that's another story. So the second person I picked up got in the front seat because the first person got in the back seat. And that's when cell phones first started coming out. And they were like, no, I just have to make a couple calls, boom to boom. And I said, that's fine. Second person got in the front seat. Third, fourth person in the back. So now we're on the way to work or the drop-off point. Because we all didn't work in the same place. And we were part of the union. Everybody was signed up. It was all safe. We know who each other are. Then you confirm this is where I'm going to be at what time to pick you up to bring you back to the back home spot. How they got home from that spot was their business. Okay? Because you don't need to be driving nobody to their door, and you don't need to be taking nobody to your house. Okay. So it was Vacaville, California has lots of spots. And we would always agree, we don't have to be the same spot. Somebody might have to go to the grocery store. And then could take, back then they didn't have, sorry, I always drink before I come on. Back then they didn't have Lyft or Uber. They just had taxi. So at a grocery store, a taxi will come get you. So that's how it was. And people would go, you know what? Yeah, let's go shopping together. And 2 people would go shopping. I would drop the other person at the drop-off point. Then I would go home. Okay. So on the way home one day, and it's quiet. You don't have to be talking to each other all day. That's another thing. I don't like to be talking to people every day, all day long. We could just be sitting next to each other watching a movie. We don't have to be saying nothing. Stop talking. And we're at a stoplight. And the lady next to me, I didn't know her. I just know we all work in the same building. That's it. She goes, are you okay? And I looked over to her. I said, yeah, why? What's wrong? Well, you were moving your head a lot. We're at the stop sign, y'all. Not a light sign. Ain't nobody behind me, so we're going to sit and have this conversation. I said, moving my head? What are you talking about? Where your head was going back and forth and up and down. Are you okay? I said, first of all, you're exaggerating. I looked up, down, and over and back like that. Yes, that's what you did. I said, okay. I said, because you're exaggerating. I said, you see that right there? She says, see what? I don't see anything. I said, you don't see that right there. Now look at my avatar. And I'm pointing at it. We in her brain now. I said, you don't see that? No, I don't see anything. I'm nervous. I said, you don't see that tree? She said, oh. Child, I dropped that lady off so fast, marked her off my list, called my boss that night, said, I don't give a how she get to work and where she coming back. Don't know her. She will never be in my space no more. Weirdos. A whole weirdo. You in my car. Let's just say I was having an episode. Are you okay? But you in my car. I'm enjoying nature. I'm driving you, Miss Daisy, and you trying to, and people are not okay. That was back when, y'all. So I learned a lot just by dealing with people. I remember back then a good friend of mine was like, you should buy a minivan because you're really good at this. I said, yeah, it's enjoyable. I used to think I wanted to drive tour bus. That would be fun. I said, no, nowadays, no, ma'am. No, YouTube it and see what happened. Nope, not that either. So as I grew older and as I stopped doing things and started doing everything that brings me joy, that excludes humans, that's the ticket right there. Find a tree, love it, learn it. Learn at least 4 trees by identifying it through its leaves, its environment. Figure out on your own what brings you joy out in nature. Appreciate parks and people who plant it, maintain it, groom it, landscape it. Appreciate gardens and garden art and all of that. I do. I watch all types of videos, even the candle, the 3-wick candle from Bath and Body Works I'm burning is beautiful. The image, the graphic arts is beautiful. The fragrance is beautiful. The sillage is beautiful. The throw is beautiful. I'm living it. I'm loving it. I'm appreciating it. That's what these videos are about. Learn to celebrate. If it's a tree and you don't want to hug it, take a picture in front of it. That's what I'm going to do on my vacay.